Hello, students. So we are going to begin lesson 13.3. Our objective is I will find the area of combined rectangles. So we did a little bit of a review on learning about the area of rectangles. Now what happens when we combine them? Now, if you think of the word combine, you might think of being together. Now, what operation does that remind you of? If you said adding, nice job. Combining means adding. We're putting things together. So let's review. What is area? Area is the amount of unit squares needed to cover a surface. So remember, we think always the area is the inside of the shape, how much space it takes up. To find area, we have to do base times height. In other words, we're seeing how many groups of squares are in this shape. So we could say they are 6 groups of 15 units, or there are 15 groups of 6 units. Notice all the rows and columns going across. So we just multiply the two numbers to find all of the units inside the rectangle. So our base times height would give us, in this scenario, 15 times 6 would give us 90 square units. So now how do we find the shape of this area? Okay, so first we have to mentally picture how are we going to break this shape apart. So first step is to break the shape into 2 separate rectangles. Now there's no right way to do this. You could break it up into different ways. In this case, we're going to break it up into a tall one and then a side one, a yellow and a blue. Then step 2 is you want to identify the lengths of the new shape. So we need to find the equation pieces to be able to find the area. So let's look at our yellow one here. What is our base and our height? Right here we have it's 12 and 6 feet. So we know our base and our height. And for our blue, we have 11 feet is our base and 7 feet is our height. Now, if you notice down here, 17 feet, you might have gotten confused thinking, well, this whole bottom is 17. Why isn't it 17 times 7? Well, you need to remember that we split up the rectangle. 17 feet represents this entire bottom piece, but we are splitting it up. So you need to only look at the blue portion of this bottom length, which is 11 feet as shown up here. If you added them together, this bottom piece being 11 feet, and knowing that this 6 up here means that this is also 6 feet down here, 6 plus 11 would go together to equal that 17 feet. So step 3 is to find the area of each shape. So we multiplied the base and the height of each of the separate rectangles. So our base times height for our yellow rectangle is 12 times 6, and our base times height is 11 by 7. So we have 72 square feet for our yellow and 77 square feet for our blue. The final step is we add them together. So 77 plus 72 is 149 square feet. Now let's try and find the area of this shape. So we need to first, step 1, split it into different rectangles. So we can make one large one, looks like a square, but we know it's not because these two sides are different. And then our smaller rectangle over here. Step 2, identify the lengths of the new shape. So we see that we have 15 here and 13 here. And for our next one, we have 8 feet by 2 feet. Step 3, we need to find the area of each shape, and then we will add them together because we are combining. So first, the area. The area of the yellow shape is 13 by 15, which is 195 square feet. And our blue is 8 by 2, meaning 8 times 2, gives us 16 square feet. Final step, we have to add them together because we're combining for this total area. 195 plus 16 equals 211 square feet. Nice job. So I'm also going to show you down here what this might look like if you're not given all the correct side lengths. Or you're not giving all the information and you have to use reasoning to be able to figure out the missing length. So right here we see we have 3 by 7 and 4 by 9. So we're going to split it up into 2 separate rectangles. Now I could make it go here, or I could make it go here. Either one is okay, right? So I'm going to go ahead and break it up right here. So I'm going to color this one as my green one. I'm going to call this rectangle A. Then I'm going to make this one my orange rectangle, and I'm going to call that rectangle B. Okay, so I've split it up. Now, step 2 says I need to find the lengths and the base of each of them. So when I'm looking at my green one, I see that I have 3, right? 3 is my base times, now this is where it gets tricky because I'm shown that it's 7 feet here, but that's more than just my green length. I need to find out what my green length is or my height. How do I do that? So that's where you have to use some reasoning skills. What we do know is that this whole length right here is 7. And that this orange rectangle that I'm about to break apart means that if this is 4 over here, then this piece is also 4. So what I need to think of is I'm breaking this side length up. If this is 4 over here, then that means this is 4 feet over here. What is left? If I had 7 total and I had to split it up, I have 7 feet, and I'm taking away this orange side length here of 4 feet. I am left with 7 minus 4 is 3 feet. So that tells me that this length right here, my green, is 3 feet. Now I know my other piece. My base and my height are going to be 3 feet. That equals 9 square feet. So that's my area of my green one. Now let's move to orange. My orange, I'm looking at my base, 9 feet. And I don't have to split this side up because it's all included in my orange rectangle. So I get to keep that one. 9 times, now 4 feet, they gave me this side length. I could have used my knowledge over here when I took away the 3 and that this was 4 also. So 9 times 4 gives us 36 square feet. So now I know that this one is 36 square feet. My marker is running out a little bit there. And that this one is 9 square feet. Now remember, the goal of the whole thing is to find the entire area. So I can't just leave it at finding the separate pieces. I need to now add them all together. So then I'm together, and I need to add my 36 feet plus 9 feet. Let's find out over here. So 36 plus 9, we have 9 plus 6. That gives me 15. Carry the 1, 3 plus 1, and 4. So we have 45. So now I know that 45 square feet is the total area of this entire shape combined. All right, nice job today.